and I'm trying
Well,
to this
uh,
cheap tri
yeah,
thing pot I got is no good.
yeah.
I keep trying to
Well,
flip sideways a little bit.
I was jumping around a little bit because I was trying to put my stylus back in the phone. I was shaking it off. The gimbal was fighting me, but
Yeah,
that's all good.
yeah.
Oh, we got two
Hello,
people in here.
someone's in the
Welcome.
room.
Oh, let me change my chat thing here. Oh, there we go.
That's me. There's your
Yep.
thumbs up.
Yep.
Oh, I tried to give you
Appreciate
thumbs
that.
up. It won't let me.
Well, it
Somebody
says
did it.
say hi.
Yeah,
It
I said
it
hi.
says, it says you said hi.
Yeah,
Just
I just
asked
want
me
the
if I
power
wanted to
cord, not
remove you
plug the
as the
phone in, but to
moderator.
keep my phone straight like
But
that.
that's
Like
all
this. I want
good.
to do this. It's not
Yeah,
working. Oh,
I
really?
didn't watch all your videos, so I
That's
want to hear
okay.
everything that happened. I'll go back and watch it later. And
Okay, well, this morning we started off very early, right? But the workers didn't show up. No, I'm not low bat. The workers didn't show up till 6. They're supposed to be there at 5. So I'm sitting around
okay.
waiting. I was ready for another cup of coffee before they finally showed up. And when they finally showed up, that we had enough time though. We did manage to get 3 trips in this morning. Okay. Hold on. We got the first trip was 15 sacks of cement. And second trip was 15 sacks of cement. Third trip was steel bar and 4 sacks of cement. That was our final trip. On the final trip, I rode over with the boat, or when we first went for the first trip. Hello,
Lola
Lola. How are
Lily,
you? She says, where I
we're
am, it's Christmas
it's
Day.
Christmas Day.
Oh, wow. It's
Well,
Christmas Day here too. Look at
happy
that.
Christmas Day.
Yeah, wonderful.
Hey, Jap.
Wow, Jap's in the house. Hello, Jap.
Yeah.
Lola, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the live. You're in Korea. Very
Korea.
nice.
Oh, okay. The land of
Yeah.
BTS.
Yeah.
Isn't that
So,
where Blackpink's from too? Korea? There you go. I like to watch
so
Blackpink.
yeah, we get on the boat. We ride over to our other property over there to get our cement, and pretty uneventful until the last trip coming back. And I was riding on the boat coming back. We were heading over to where they were dropping the cement off to our customer, right? Because we had to go get
Yeah.
the 34 sacks of cement and drop it to the customer. Very nice. And all of a sudden, we're almost to the beach, and I hear this clunk.
Hold on,
And I
Mike.
said,
Well, Lola, that I understand that, Lola. You need to listen to your mom, okay? And you're only 16. This is not really a channel
"Not a channel for
for
you."
younger age people anyway. But I appreciate you coming over here and checking us out and saying hi.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I've
that. Tell
been.
your mom to subscribe. Tell your mom to come on in here
Yeah,
and subscribe and listen. That's all good.
we need to
But thank you. Go
take.
ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we need to take care of that. Uh, go. Yeah, she will go then. Okay. Thank you, Lola. Because it is an adult channel, it's not for children. Oh,
Hi, I'm
Jesus.
mom.
Hi, I'm mom.
Hey, mom. Lily's mom. Or
Hey,
Lola.
mom.
I'm all
Lola
confused now.
Lily. Lola means mom. Lola is
Yeah,
grandma. Grandma Lily. She
yeah.
must be in the Philippines.
Are are you in Korea also, or are you in the Philippines?
I
Because
think
it
she's
doesn't
probably in
matter
the
where you're
Philippines.
from. Welcome to the channel. We're both in the Philippines. I'm currently in Batangas, and Michael, he's over in Masbate. And there's nothing bad about this channel, but yeah, we just tell the younger people it's not really for them.
I'm
And
busy on my phone. You can go talk in the
but
mirror.
we pretty
That's what I
much,
do.
you know, we keep
Yeah.
things
Can I
pretty
solicit
much
for
on the
money?
level. We don't
Yes, rip
do
YouTubers.
anything inappropriate. But
Yeah. Hi,
welcome.
Dennis
Please
Stewart.
subscribe if you would like to. That would help both of us out.
Yeah.
You
Angela's
know.
here. Hello,
Yeah, I saw
Angela
Angela.
Rosales. Hello, Dennis Stewart. How are you guys doing tonight? Let me continue on my
Angelita.
story then.
Okay.
Uh, hi, Lola Lily. She's not even South Korea and she's not allowed to type on live comments.
Okay.
Ah,
Well,
okay.
kudos to you, Mom, for staying on top of that and
Yeah,
keeping
appreciate
control
it.
over the teenagers and what they're doing on the internet. That's
That's
important
right.
because I think too many teenagers are, on the open airwaves or on the open airwaves. I'm dating myself, but on online and whatnot, and probably visiting inappropriate or sites that they really shouldn't be on. So,
Right.
I congratulate you for staying on top of that and watching your
Yeah.
teenagers. totally nothing wrong
Please
with
do.
that.
I have 3
I think that's
children,
great.
and I don't know every
I
time
have
they go on a site, but
I have
you have
4.
4. We just
Yeah.
I have them here with me. We need to stay on top of it, and I appreciate parents that don't let their kids subscribe to us or like our channel or anything. They don't need to, because it's not a
Yeah.
channel for kids. It says
Yeah.
clearly when we sign up, not for kids,
And
and that's the way we like
and
to keep it.
especially if she was clowning us and saying that she's in Korea and she's not.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
that's okay, whatever.
well, she almost got kicked out. I was very on the verge of doing it because we're not allowed to have children in here like that. Uh,
Angela, I'm a
yeah.
little tired. She says, "How are you too?" I'm a little tired. Mike's probably a little tired too, but he twisted my arm and said, "Let's go live." So here we are.
Yeah, I've been up very early this morning, and last night I got to bed like 11 o'clock. I was still putting videos up, and you probably saw my videos if you're watching them. But this morning was when we were coming into the last load for that guy, and I heard that clunk. My father-in-law shut the engine down right away. Okay, and that was a good thing because when we looked, the propeller was still there, and I didn't know if we hit a rock. He said we hit seagrass. It was a pretty hard clunk. But looking at the propeller tonight, I realized that it must have been a big chunk of seagrass, probably debris and everything in it. It hit it hard enough to almost shut the engine down. He shut the engine down right away. Well, what ended up happening is that the shaft, the coupling that holds the shaft has a screw that comes through the side. One screw goes into the propeller shaft, comes here. So the screw comes into a small indentation in the 3/4 stainless steel shaft, and that bolt holds it in place. Go
Excuse
ahead,
me,
Colonel.
Mike. Excuse me, Mike. We're not ignoring you, Jab. Just Mike's getting into his complex and technical explanations, and I'm this close to getting lost, but I'm still trying to keep up with him. So go ahead with the propeller there, Mike.
Yeah. So anyway, what happened is it must have sheared the bolt on that indentation in the shaft
Oh yeah.
enough that it loosened. So tonight we go fishing. We're only in knee deep water, just between knee deep and waist deep, and we crank the engine up. We're in deep enough water to crank up. We crank the engine up, and large propeller, the 12-inch propeller and shaft that hit this morning, out the back of the boat, gone, fell in the water, disappeared.
So
So we weren't.
the psychology part of me wants to ask you. So how'd you feel about that when that happened?
Well, I thought we were going to go back. I asked my father-in-law, "You got any tools?" He says, "No, no need. We'll just back up." And so we backed up. There were 3 little boys playing there when we took off, right? Playing with the boat. It's on the video. And so we just pushed the boat back with a push pole until we
They're
saw the
looking for
propeller.
groceries. You
And then
sure
we
they
just
weren't
told the
looking for
guy, "Hey,
groceries?
not looking
Were
for
they looking for
groceries."
groceries?
No, but they helped us they dove down and got the propeller and brought it up. And them and them got the propeller, brought it up. We put it on the deck, and then off we went fishing with one engine. We were only
Yeah.
going right there at the house. We weren't going far.
Hey,
So
Mike, excuse
yeah.
me one more time. Mike, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you, but
All right.
Jack was telling me earlier too that he a lot of his comments were blocked by YouTube. You know anything about that? I didn't know. He said, "Yeah, I know
YouTube,
Colonel comment a lot last night, but we're removed." And I didn't remove them,
right.
so I
And
don't
in
know.
mine, Jap, if you were on my side, in Colonel and me last night, and anything got removed,
Yeah.
I read your comment out loud. What I do is I always go, if YouTube catches it and blocks it, I will immediately go and show your comment, and I will read it out loud because it's always simple things that YouTube flags. And I don't know why their bots flag specific words, and I don't know why,
Yeah. Yeah, I've
because
been
it's
flagged
always
before.
something silly. And so what I do is I just unblock it. I show it if I can. If it says another moderator handled it, then I just show it I can see it. Okay, in my feed, like tonight, if anything happens, Doug will be able to see it in his feed. Okay, he can just go show. The comment will show. He can read it. If it's an appropriate comment, he can just read it out loud to all of us so we know your comment. But if it's in mine, I always do that because they're always crazy little hits that YouTube does. Makes no sense at all. I did get
Hey,
one guy that gave a X and the number 6 and another number behind it, and he knew
yeah.
what we were talking about. and
Yeah.
YouTube knew what he was talking about, and they flagged him for it, and that's
Yeah. Great.
inappropriate, in
Yeah.
our channel. So,
Well, yeah,
uh,
Angela says the colonel's face looks a bit happier today compared to last night when he looked
he was
tired.
tired.
And
He was
that's
tired.
funny. Yeah, that's funny because I'll be honest with you, I'm more tired. I feel more tired tonight than I did yesterday. And I actually probably did less, but I was out on the bike today. Whenever I go out on a bike trip, I get tired for some reason. It's not like when I was younger, but yeah, I get tired, especially on this little bike. Yeah, I get just as tired when I was on my big bike.
Let
But
me get a
yeah, I
let
may
me
not
get a
look it,
pen.
Angela, but I'm just as tired.
I want to get a pencil right now. I want Jap, if you can, since you didn't connect with me on Messenger. I want you to
Huh.
give me your messenger. I would try to connect with you, or I'll give you my email. I'll give you my email right now. Write it down. Okay. You contact me on email, then you can give me your messenger name and we can talk about things that you want to know about. But
Yeah, I don't
anyway,
understand.
my email is
I
so
don't
simple,
understand
guys.
that.
Well, my email is
He,
simple. Yep. If you need it, I'll give it to you right
he,
now.
yeah, he's saying what he thinks what the reason was, but he made a joke. But
Nothing
yeah,
major.
Jap, it doesn't matter because I said something I thought was funny a couple of weeks ago or whatever, and I got flagged because
Yeah, he
I
got
used the
flagged this
word I
morning
used a
too.
word that not a swear word and not a bad word, but I guess they didn't the YouTube bots didn't like that word to describe a certain body part. And
Yeah.
and all I said was and I thought maybe it was because I used the word that describes this, and because I was saying, yeah, sitting here scratching my body part on my backside, if you know what I mean. And they flagged me. And I'm like, what in the
Wow.
world? I didn't say a bad word, didn't say a curse word,
Yeah.
but they flagged me. Yeah, I got flagged.
Yeah.
I think I
Well,
was
this
talking to you,
morning he
Mike.
mentioned Asian dating. What he mentioned, Asian dating, and then they flagged him for it.
Yeah, and I don't understand why that's a big deal, but
Not a
that's
big deal.
YouTube. The
But
woke bots,
if
the
it
woke bots
happens,
are
if
getting.
anything you say, I'm just saying right now, if anything you say gets blocked on my channel, I can just hit show and I can read it out loud, read your comment out loud, unless it's inappropriate. Then I won't read it. I'll just skip it and go on. Then I'll
Yeah,
give you a warning. I'll give you a warning. Hey, please don't talk like that or something.
yeah, and
Let you know that, hey, it was inappropriate. And we continue
yeah,
on.
I'll try to
I've
do
got
the
my
same thing.
YouTube. I don't know if you set your YouTube up the way I did, Colonel, but there's a thing you can go through. You can say when you want YouTube to flag people.
Hmm.
I have nothing selected, nothing, nothing, nothing. I don't want anyone to be able to be flagged for anything in my channel, but yet they're still getting flagged.
Yeah,
YouTube takes it upon themselves to flag you anyway. So we'll deal with it. We'll handle it the best way we know how, which usually is
yeah,
just read the comment out loud. And
yeah.
they're not going to flag you for reading the comment out loud. They flag you when you
Right,
type it. You know.
right.
Uh,
Greetings there, Giuseppe. It seems like an Italian name to me. Where are you from? It looks like you're speaking. Is that Italian or Latin? I'm not
it's
sure.
not Mike. It's not Mike IN Manila. It's Mike the letter N. Only the letter N Manila. Mike the letter N Manila at gmail.com. No, Dazzle TV is live. I've never seen him live this time of night. Dazzle just went
Wow.
live. Yeah,
It might be Dazzle on there and
could
not
be.
Gino. Might
Yeah,
be.
it could be.
Yeah, I noticed she's been getting more involved on Gino's channel
Good.
and getting.
That's when they get the subscribers. When you have a female, if Charm would be sitting here with me and we were chatting and Charm was getting involved, the subscriptions would go through the roof. They
Yeah.
always women
Oh
draw
yeah.
subscribers.
Sure.
Always. But Charm is
Sure.
so busy. Charm doesn't want to she doesn't have
It's
time
the
to deal with it. She's
it's the
too busy.
same. It's the same with Mike. What is it? Mike retirement in the Philippines down there in Dumaguete or Valencia. Mike and Janet. Whenever Janet comes on, yeah, it skyrockets.
Right.
On
No,
Mike's
Jap,
channel.
it's
So.
Mike. It's Mike, Mike in Manila, not M. It's N. Mike in the letter N Manila at gmail.com. I was shocked I even got the email. Oh, Doug, you went away.
Hold on, I'm trying to translate.
Ah,
I was trying to translate what Giuseppe said there, and it didn't work the way I was trying to do it.
Giuseppe? Where?
Yeah, Giuseppe Alabiso, Porco Dio.
I'm not seeing
Not
it.
sure.
Oh, you know
Dio
what?
is
My
you.
messages, my
It's
messages
right
were
above.
probably set to top again. Okay,
It's right
Jap, you
above.
got it now. Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right above Jap's longer message.
Oh, I see it. Porco
Dio
Dio.
is usually God or has something to do with God. I don't know if
Giuseppe,
that's
do
Italian.
you speak English, Giuseppe? If
He
not,
hasn't come back.
put what
I asked
language
him.
you're speaking in, and I'll get my other phone and we'll translate so that we can include you in the conversation. Because we do get
Gotcha.
folks in here that don't speak English well, and
Yeah.
or they don't type it well. They can speak English, but they can't type it properly. So
Yeah.
it's hard to figure out what they're saying. But if you just tell us and type in your
Uh,
language, we'll be glad to translate it.
I can usually translate whatever is on my screen, but that's what I was trying to do when you said I went away. So I can't
Yeah,
I
I
can't
don't
get
know the language. So
all I
I don't
have
know
to
the
do
language he's saying. You
yeah,
guys,
all I have
please
to
like
do
and
on
subscribe
my
to the channel, guys. We got 7 people in the room, only 2 thumbs ups. You just need to, on your smartphone, just tap on the screen twice on your smartphone and the thumb up will
yeah,
pop up. Or go to,
absolutely.
if you're on your TV screen, just go to the thumb up and like it with your remote control.
Well,
So,
let's get back to the boat, Mike. Finish that story. Then we'll talk a little
well,
bit about what
anyway,
I got going on.
well, we continued. We went fishing tonight. We came back with a lot of fish. We got probably well, we sold about 10 three different types of fish. We sold about 10 kilos. I got a really
Wow,
nice
good.
batch here to eat tomorrow. I'll show you in a minute when you get back on chatting. I'll run get it real quick. And then
Yeah,
we'll put the propeller back in tomorrow. The boat will be fine. We'll off we go again, you know. I'll
there
be
you
right back.
go.
Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah. All right, tap those likes for me there, folks, if you don't mind. That helps out the algorithm. And I posted another video, couple videos actually today on Colonel's Chronicles, and the one is part 2 of my early years story, telling about when I was orphaned and then living with a foster family, and um, I had remembered some things that I left out from those years, and I talked to my brother, and he clarified some things for me, so I was able to get enough content to do another video. So that's on there. You know, if you want to make yourself sleepy, put that video on and watch it, and maybe it'll put you to sleep. I don't know, and because what I think is funny, other people might not think is funny, and that's okay. It's all right. I can laugh at myself. I look in the mirror and I laugh at myself. Otherwise, you start crying, so you just kind of laugh. But today, and most of I'm getting ready to move, and I had a little wrinkle today. I got everything packed up that I can pack up, except, I got to sleep in the bed yet and wrap up my sofas, but the stuff I'm still using, but everything else is packed up, ready to go. And, I was informed today that, well, they're not coming until late on Friday. And I'm like, you know what? I already got a hotel in Manila for Friday night. And I was going to hop on the bus from here and head up to Manila. Well, the last bus that I can take from here leaves at 5:30. Well, I don't even think they're going to be here at 5:30. So I was just like, are you kidding me? This, just another thing that pops to that. Because I usually fly by the seat of my pants, like when I travel and stuff. But for something like this, or when I actually make a decision to travel, I organize everything and I have a plan, because I know that in order to do this, I have to do this first. And before I do that, I might have to do it. And then, because there's a step process. If you want to travel in the Philippines, you got to make sure you can get a flight, got to make sure you can get a hotel, you got to make sure you get transportation if you're not driving. You got to make sure you can get to the airport on time. So, and if you're taking the bus, sometimes that involves going to I'm giving baseball signals, man. That's what it looks like. But anyway, so it just threw a monkey wrench in my whole plan for my move process. And
Let me show
so,
you my food for tomorrow, Colonel. Doug,
all right, go
watch
ahead and I'll
this.
finish then.
Okay.
There you go. All that stuff I don't like to eat except for the shrimp.
This is
Nice big
tonight.
prawn there.
This is tonight.
Nice. Those are
The
some big ones
Aldi's.
there.
Yeah,
You got
beautiful
some
fish.
nice size. Yeah, you got some
That's going
nice
to be
size with that.
sinigang, and the shrimp is going to go into ceviche. The crab will be cooked separately, with the guma and the cooked on the grill, the bulao. So yeah, it's going to be
Okay.
some damn good eating
That's a mac.
tomorrow.
That's a mackerel there, isn't it? That one looked like a
Yeah,
mackerel.
yeah,
Yeah.
these are mackerel,
Yep. Yeah, I know
Spanish
what a
mackerel.
mackerel is.
Yep,
Yeah.
love
Used to
them.
catch them. Used to catch
Good
them in
eating,
Naples, Florida.
good eating
We,
fish. Tell
yeah,
you.
we used to catch them in the Gulf, but I'll let you all that like to eat fish eat that stuff. I'll catch it for you, and I'll be more than happy to
This
give it
is
to you.
this is
But
Syrah, Masarat.
yeah, well, I got some stuff that's wrap too, and I ate the rest of that today. Each to their own. It's okay.
Yeah, look at the
I like
bowl. Look
to.
at this big bowl of
I,
fish I got.
yeah, I
Yummy.
like to. Yeah, for you fish lovers there, I wish I liked fish. I would be a lot healthier if I liked fish. But anyway, back to my story. What I was talking about, yeah, this moving. I mean, I really threw a monkey wrench into my plan because I had set times of when I have to be at certain places, and I was going to go talk to the landlady, and drop off my stuff there, and then head to the bus station. Well, I'm not even going to be able to make the bus. So my acquaintance that was helping me was able to contact the shipping company, the trucking company, and lo and behold, the owner said, you can ride with them. You can ride with them in the truck because they're coming back to Manila before they put the stuff on the ferry. I'm like, well,
Nice.
okay, I guess that'll work. But now I got to work out with my landlady of how I'm going to get her the stuff that I need to get her before I leave, and I think I'm going to have some help with that. And but I got to contact her first to make sure she's okay with it. If she was really nice about it, she would just get on her 4-wheel or her 3-wheel e-bike and come over here and get the stuff from me after I shut this house, because we're totally shutting this house down when I leave. The power, everything is going to be shut off here, and I mean, yeah, I have to pull my air conditioner out tomorrow and put in their old rickety air conditioner, which definitely is not an inverter. Because when I put my little air conditioner in, it almost cut my electric bill in half, or at least by a third. So even though it's a tiny little air conditioner that I have in there, but it works. And by morning
Yours is
time,
an
I'm
inverter
I'm
type?
I'm sitting in the bed. I'm
Is yours
cold.
an inverter or standard?
Yeah, mine's
Half
invert.
horsepower?
Mine is an inverter, very small one. The one that was in there was a big one, but it's not an inverter.
Yeah.
So, and it needs some help. It needs some work because the way you turn it on and off is by unplugging it and plugging it back in. So
Wow.
the remote doesn't work or anything on it. So I
Right.
pulled it out there. When I bought my television, I got this air conditioner for free, and
Nice.
it's just a tiny little half horsepower. Might only be a quarter horse. I don't know,
Point
but
six.
it
No,
works.
probably a point six. Usually
I
inverter, they
don't,
start around point six and go up.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it works.
Yeah.
And this
All
is
you
a
need.
pretty good size, cubic meter wise. It's probably too big for that. Well, it is too big for this air conditioner, but it works and it doesn't affect my electric bill negatively. So I'll keep using it because this room has a very high ceiling, and so that makes it bigger. Square footage
Yeah.
wise, it's not
The
that big, but
fans help also. Stand fans help to circulate the cool air.
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
it works well enough that I don't need it. And as soon
Oh,
if I
nice.
keep it, it's the old dial gauges. It's not digital, or there's
Ah,
no remote. There's no remote
okay.
for this air conditioner. So it's all like the old TVs, black and white TV. But it works, and as long as I keep the temperature gauge at a certain spot on it, it will cycle. If I try to put it all the way up cold, no, it'll never stop running. So
Yeah.
I know where I keep it right in the middle. It keeps the room cool enough, and it actually will shut off.
Yeah.
It has that,
Saving
but
money.
it'll never chill it the way that it's set up at the coldest setting. No, it's not possible.
Yeah.
So, but
Are you
anyway,
set
that's what
are you
happened.
set to
That's what
all
happened with me today.
messages? Are you set to all messages on your feed? Are you set
I
to top
was.
messages?
No, I'm on all messages. I know what
Okay,
I'm
good.
doing. I'm
All right.
not. I used to be a rookie, but I'm getting. Let's catch up on these. I'm missing some of these. The chats
You didn't
down
miss
here.
anything. I didn't see you miss
Yeah,
anything.
Angela came on.
Yeah,
You're
she said
going
just
to
try to eat. It's fish.
Jeff, said you're going to Panay Sunday, Colonel.
Yeah.
No, it'll be after Sunday. I keep some of the details secret until they happen, but But yeah, I will. It will be after Sunday.
He's going to
Angela
Manila
currently
Friday, he
just
said. You
tried
didn't
to
keep that
eat
secret.
Master Rapian. Angela, I'm not eating any fish. And when you guys are cooking that stinky fish over there, you know how I feel about it. And especially when the flies invade my house. So
I do too, Jeff. I run the aircon with fan always.
I've done that before, but it's not necessary in this bedroom. I did it in Thailand. In Thailand, yes, I ran an air conditioner and a fan, but it's because it was a huge room that we were trying to cool down, and
Right.
the air con just wasn't enough. And so I
Yeah.
would have and it was honestly where I was living, it was hotter in Thailand where I lived than it is here. But
Okay.
at that location up in Isan, there was no humidity. Here, the humidity is just off the chart. And I mean, it's humid when you hang your clothes out to dry and they don't dry, even though it's hot. That's how you know it's humid because the moisture is, the clothes, it's all equalizing. So it just
I was
doesn't
just
happen.
reading that
But
about
anyway,
my new
that's what
aircon
I
this
got.
today.
That's what I got going on. So sometime late Friday night, I will be in Manila, and I will no longer be coming back to San Juan Batangas that I know of, unless it's for a visit for some reason. But I don't see that occurring. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what I just don't see. I have some friends here, but just a few. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not planning on it, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to spend a few days in Manila, take care of some business there. Um, really should go see the doctor, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have time for that. I'll have to make another trip back to Manila for that. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. So the move is actually finally here, going to happen. Tomorrow I'll be out there. Tomorrow night, Lord willing, I'll be out of this house, and then moving on to something different, and coming over there to see you, Mike, very
Yep.
soon. I hope.
Welcome. The
You
room's
know,
empty. The room's sitting up there empty.
yeah. As long as it's got a power, as long as it's got a receptacle, so I can plug in my little life-giving machine, and I'll be good to go.
Yeah, that and the fan. That's all you need. It's nice and cool in that room. Very
Okay,
nice. Yeah.
sweet.
You don't need
Yeah.
aircon there. You just open the windows and let the air just blow right in. Nice and
Huh?
cool. You don't get cold
That's
at
what I
night.
need. Okay. I doubt that. I don't think I'll get cold, but depends.
So what is it you like? You like chicken, beef, pork? What do you eat?
I eat everything but fish and liver.
You eat shrimp?
Yeah, I eat shrimp. I eat crab. I don't do calamari. I don't do squid. The best thing that you
Okay.
can do with squid in my book is put it on a hook
Well, we
and
might
use it
let
to
you
catch
do that.
something else.
We might let you do that. You
But
have any?
in all honesty, for the saltwater fishing, uh, I get more bites with shrimp than I do with squid. But
Yeah.
I do I don't know if you know this technique, but I use salted baits. I make my own bait, and I make salted baits because they last for weeks, and you don't have to do anything with them. They don't. You can salt shrimp and you can salt squid, and they will not go bad. And you can keep them in a container after you've salted them, and the salt draws out the moisture, and they get kind of tough like leather. And for a couple reasons, they last a lot longer. Think about it, how we used to preserve meat
Yeah.
back in the days in the US. So
Yeah. Salt.
you're doing the same thing with the squid and with the shrimp. And then it also what happens with shrimp when you're fishing with it as bait? It comes off the hook super easy. But when you
Yeah.
salt it, it toughens up the shrimp and it stays on the hook a lot
Good.
longer than if you just put out a piece of fresh shrimp out there. Because the fish,
Mm.
they'll come up, they'll suck that shrimp right off of it. When you use the
Yeah.
salted, it makes it a little more like leather, stays on the hook a little bit better, especially if
Very
you have a
good.
barb on the hook. And yeah,
Yeah.
I used that in Thailand. I started using that in Thailand. I saw that and I was like, "Man, I could do that." I had some rock salt and I made those salted baits and I had them in a container. And now suppose you don't have to, but because it's so hot in Thailand, I kept it in the refrigerator because I wanted it to last even longer. And it did. I pulled it out. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't get rotten or anything. And
Nice.
you know what shrimp smells like when shrimp goes bad. I mean, that's pretty
Back at
rank, pretty
home.
foul. And
Back at
squid
home.
is just yeah, yes, squid's just foul on its own, in my
Yeah.
book. But anyway, Let's see.
Yeah.
You like, oh, what do we, let's go back here.
He says, haha, secret squirrel, good luck. Be in Masbate with Mike soon.
That's right, Jap. That secret squirrel stuff that's part of my goes back to my working days, and just some stuff. I honestly I tell stories about everything. I put my whole life out there, but at certain times I keep things close to the vest, and then they'll come out at later dates. And honestly, I got personal reasons for that, and
Yep.
that's my business. When
That's
I
your
wanted to
business.
be
We
yeah,
leave
when
it
I
there.
wanted to be well, yeah, when I wanted to be somebody else's business, I'll put it out there. But I got a lot of irons in the fire sometimes, and I got you got to keep track of what you're doing, and you got to flip that burger at the right time sometimes. But
I had a guy today. I had a guy that I made a post on the positive conservative site, just telling people if you're going
yeah,
to loan your tools to people,
don't
uh, don't
don't
expect them back in the same condition you loan them. And sort of like money, you give them money,
wait. Well,
you never get
hold
money
on.
back.
You said too much there, Mike. You should have just stopped it. Don't expect them back. That's why
Yeah.
I don't like to loan tools out.
You know what,
Don't
people, I
expect
had
them
a
back.
guy on there today. He goes, I don't know what's wrong with Mike. He must be having a bad day because he's making a negative comment. And I messaged the guy, I said, it's not negative, it's truth.
It's just the truth.
It's a true statement. I didn't talk
Yeah,
negative to you. You don't like
yeah.
my post. I told him, I said, I don't need to explain myself to you.
I
And
got to read this. Yeah, I got to read this, Mike. You go get a kick out of this. Jap says here,
I
you
read it.
like fishing, Colonel Mesbati, the place for you, and Mike's dating site. That's
Don't worry,
funny.
we'll find somebody over here. There's plenty of ladies over here. I was just
I'm
talking to
I'm
Kate. I told you
I'm
yesterday I was
just
going to ask
fine.
Kate. I wanted to ask Kate about the college, right? Because those girls are all ages up to, 25, 26 years old, trying to become teachers. And I was
Yeah.
talking to Kate about it. I asked her, I said, Kate, how many ladies do you have over there at the college? Many. I said, single? She goes, yeah, many.
You know,
So
I could tell you a
maybe
story
Kate can
about.
invite a couple to my videoke party and we'll just have them
I
right here with you.
I could tell you a story about meeting college girls in the Philippines, and I'll just say
I've never done it myself.
it didn't end well because um, most of them were not interested in the male persuasion. I'll just put it that way. So
Okay.
and I was shocked by that, and I was like, oh, okay, well, enjoy the pizza anyway. You know what I mean? I was out with, honestly, it was in Rojas City, and the criminal justice department there. And because of my background, they wanted. I started talking to them at the mall and told them my background and proved it to them. Then they wanted to
Were they
pick my
wearing the
brain.
maroon? Were they wearing maroon t-shirts, maroon color,
No,
to
no, they were in
criminology on them?
no, they were in full criminology uniform.
Wow.
Their internship policing. They
Yeah.
were doing the real deal, and it looked sharp. And it was guys and girls. And I was just I was talking to the girls and stuff, and then I just found out that I said, well, why don't I take you all out for pizza or whatever? And while we're sitting there, it was just talking, and I turned the subject to like personal things, and I found out they were all couples. All the girls were couples. It's
Wow.
like, oh, okay. Except for one. I think one or two. They were
Wow.
not. They weren't waving the multicolored flag, but the rest of them were. I was just like, oh, okay. I wasn't
Wow.
expecting that. It just kind of, but it was interesting. Yeah, and I found out that later that that's kind of predominant there,
Huh.
and then I talked to a professor. I learned something over here. And for you Filipino people out here that have experience in criminology or law enforcement in the Philippines, they don't uh, they look down on corrections as far as the law enforcement. It's the lowest. What the professor told me, it's the lowest pillar. They have pillars in law enforcement. It's considered the lowest. And what I told her, I said, that's a shame, and that's probably why uh, you guys could use somebody like me I could really, if I had a consulting company, I could really help them out if they wanted it, but they don't want it because it's not important to them.
Right.
But that's also why the prison system here in the Philippines is in the state that it's in because it's not important to them, which is sad
Yeah.
for people that go there that maybe shouldn't have to go there or shouldn't be there. They're reaping the same reward as the people that do belong there. But it was just
Yeah.
interesting. And
I know a couple of foreigners who ended up there in Taguig. And
yeah,
that's why I always reiterate to people that come here, if you're on a tourist visa, don't work. Don't accept money from anybody.
right.
Don't
But
give it, don't make
don't
it
break
look
the
like you're
law.
working. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
don't
break
break
the
the
law
law. Yeah,
because you'll end up there because they pay Filipinas, they pay them 2,000 pesos to turn you in.
there you
And
go.
2,000 is a lot of money for them.
Yeah,
They'll turn you right in. It's like in a heartbeat. So don't do it.
yeah. That's
Tourist visa don't work.
2000.
Yeah.
2000. That they can eat for 4 days, easy,
Yeah.
maybe five.
Easy.
You
Yeah.
know,
Easy. 300 a day.
For,
A
yeah,
student can eat on 200 a day, you know?
yeah, yeah,
So just be
yeah.
careful, guys, when you're over here with working and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off on the criminology thing, but yeah,
that's all right. We're talking about
I was
dating.
just shocked. I was just shocked at how much that agenda was in the criminology department here in the Philippines. I was just like,
Crazy, huh?
man, all y'all roll like that, and they're just
Wow.
giggling. I think
Wow.
I think for a lot of them it's just a passing thing. It's a part of it's a camaraderie thing and a protection thing while they're in college. You
Right.
know,
They're
from
all wearing
the
short hair too. They all have butch haircuts.
no, not
I think
all of
it's
them. No,
no.
no,
I thought that was a
no,
requirement there in criminology
no,
school.
no. They wear their hair up. They'll wear their hair up, but they don't have to be short. No, some of them will cut it because it's easier. But no, the one young lady I met, she had hair, you know, 3/4 of the way down her back when
Yeah.
when she let it down. But yeah, they wear it up.
Laws, Charm Sisters, most of them went to college at Rojas City.
Okay, I don't know. Where's
HRS,
I don't
Hotel
know that.
Restaurant Management, HRM.
What's the name of this?
We're in,
I don't remember that one when I was in Rojas.
it's the
I
big white
remember
and
full.
blue church, Charisma, the Catholic Church. They have a big college there in Rojas
Oh,
City.
I know where you're talking about. I just didn't remember the
Before you
name
go
of
up
it.
and around and over the bridge
No,
on the left
I know
side.
where.
Yeah.
I know where it's. No, I know where you're talking about because I walked all
Yeah.
around there. But no, I saw the Christian college, the Fulman, I think, or Fulmer. Saw that, and then the other one is Hercor is a really big university, and it has several campuses there.
Yeah.
And
All my
they
brother-in-laws
have a
that went to
big
marine
criminology
engineering went there.
department.
There's a big marine
Yeah,
engineering school there in Rojas also, because my brother-in-laws went to it.
I
Even
didn't see
Ronnie,
that
my
one.
father-in-law, went there, I believe.
Is that
Big
out?
college.
Is
Yeah,
that
it's
out in
out
Capiz? Or
as you're going north, as you're going towards Calibo. It's on the right side,
oh, okay, so it's going west. Okay,
going that
yeah,
way. Yeah,
I didn't get out there yet. Um, but
there's
I
nothing out
did.
there.
I did mostly. Well, I walked all the way from Bye all the way out to the terminal, the ferry terminal, and
Okay,
beyond,
Colossi,
and beyond
Colossi.
that. Yeah, I went beyond that, and then I realized that I was like not going anywhere where I wanted to go, so I turned around and went back. And I also talked to a lady out there. I was telling them, hey, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm looking for a place to live. And then she tried to palm me off on the lady there. She was holding a kid and one, but she's got an extra room. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. They were giggling, trying to set me up with her neighbor. No, I'm good. I'm just, I just
Wow.
want to rent by myself.
Yeah,
I'm good. Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
lived in I lived over in Millie Billy subdivision. It's where I lived in Rojas, and I used to
Yeah,
ride my motorcycle all over Rojas. I've been all over that city,
yeah.
all over it. We used to
Well,
go
we're
at night.
down.
A buddy of mine, he lives there again. He's over there now, living there. He bought a house
Yeah,
there, fixed it up really nice, and
yeah,
he's living there. He's a German guy named Dominic, and he goes riding in Thailand a lot. He likes to ride the big bikes, so he goes
yeah.
over to Thailand. A few things you can do in Thailand that you cannot do in the Philippines, and one of them is you can ride big bikes like that, very fast, and you can smoke weed over there. So
Yeah, we should clarify that. It depends where you're at, and
I
depends if
gotcha.
they have cameras up or not. Because I got so many speeding tickets in Thailand,
Mm,
and it would just make me really angry because they put up the cameras now, and the brutal one is on the way into Gonkan, and is there one in the Cone Rashasima? There was one where they used to get me every time, and because I would
mm,
forget it was there, and you can't fight it because they take pictures of your vehicle and they
okay.
zoom in on your license plate, and I mean you can fight it if you want, but it's difficult to
Zoomed
fight.
in
It's
on your
easy,
body too. They can see your body clearly.
yeah, it's easier just to go in and well, if you
Oh,
got the
yeah.
sun visor down, they can't get your face. But it was easier just to go pay the 500 baht and be done with it. But they have the point systems now, so you gotta be careful. It's not like it used to be where you could just fly everywhere, but there are still some roads where you can get away with going pretty fast
Uh,
because it's not like over here. Seems like over here everybody's driving slow. In Thailand now, they used to drive slow, but you get out on highways and stuff, they're getting it. They ain't, yeah,
okay.
they're getting it. You'll
Yeah.
see these people up doing 140, and
Oh, yeah.
but anyway, I'm not there anymore. I can admit that. But yeah, it's nothing to be going 120, and yeah. But then you also see people they lose control, and they're the ones that are laying in the ditch on the road upside down. It's kind of
Yeah. Jab said he
it's
went to
kind of
Thailand
sad,
for
but
the broccoli healthy living.
there you go. Hey, Angela, are you still in here or did you sign off? Or is the whole family watching
I
or
haven't seen
what?
her in a while.
Uh,
After she told you to eat fish, she must have packed it up.
yeah, I hope I didn't offend him by talking about the stinky fish over there. But
Jab says
I
lots of
hope that worked.
vitamin B. Yeah. Anyway, those are things we just can't
Hmm.
touch over here. It's Philippines doesn't allow it, so we don't do it.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what? I lived through all that in Thailand where it was illegal, and then it was partially legal, and then they got to the point where hey, you can grow it at your house. You just can't have a farm if you want to, because if you want to farm it, there's all kinds of regulations, and you got to have a wall fence, security fence with
Hello,
cameras
Michael
and
C.
all kinds of stuff if you want to have a farm. So basically, what they were doing is setting it up so that your pharmaceutical companies or your wealthy people they could have their marijuana farms, but the regular local farmer who could really benefit from selling the marijuana to the medical marijuana industry or whatever, they couldn't make the money. So only still set it up. This is my opinion, where still only the rich people could get rich off of it. When the idea was to let people grow it personally, where they could make a little, some of the farmers could make income off of it. But to grow enough to make it profitable, well, there's all kinds of regulations. And then you still
Right.
had people in the government that were against it, and they were the ones that were throwing up these new regulations. But then once they opened the door, all your weed shops opened up, your the oil, all the shop. You go into Bangkok, I mean, there's a weed shop on. You go down to Sukhumvit, there's
Every
a
corner.
marijuana store on every street corner.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I saw it
and
when
and
I
once
was there.
yeah, well, once that opened up, they opened that. It was like Pandora's box. There was like no going back. And then the people in the government, the MPs, they're like, "Hey, we need to reel this in a little bit." Well, I'm like, it's kind of hard to reel it in. You let the cat out of the bag already, you know.
You
And
know
you
who I
got
saw today? Who I saw
a lot
walking
of
in San
money involved in it.
Antonio when I was going over to going to my
Hey, Michael
garage.
C.
Yeah, Michael C's in
Mi-
the house. When I
Yes,
was
he
going to
is.
my garage, I saw the army there. The army's walking through the villages. They
Yep.
came walking from Dutai, San Antonio, Dutai. They came walking through San Antonio. They walked right past my garage. I had my cement in the truck, and I was just leaving the drive. And I was driving right around to the waterfront. And when I got around the waterfront, all the guys were walking on the cement uh, roadway, and I was coming with my truck. I was backing up, so all the army guys had to get off the road to let me back up to drop the
Were
cement
they
that I was carrying.
were they engineers? Maybe
No, no, no. They were regular army with
regular
guns,
infantry. Okay. Oh,
regular
okay.
going after the NPA. They were looking for NPA.
Okay.
They're there.
Okay. Now, I thought maybe they were out assessing damage. And they were the military was going to help with the damage
No,
and one.
no,
I
they were looking
saw
for NPA.
I saw Thai soldiers in BGC at the hotel that I normally stay at. There were a group of Thai soldiers in there, and I wanted so badly to go talk to them. Somebody come, somebody might, but I talked myself out. I was this close, and I almost, and I no, no, because they're gonna look at me like, what's this for long? What are you trying to talk to? Just leave us alone. So evidently they were liaisons. I guess they were coming over here with with the
Right.
Philippine military doing something. It was just a small group of guys. I don't know what they were doing, but I kind of get a kick out. Whenever I see the Thai military, I kind of get a kick out of them. But because I
Michael
used
C.,
to
how
live
is Cavite
near a
these
big army
days?
infantry base over there. What's that?
I was asking Michael C., how is Cavite these days?
Okay.
I know he lives over in Cavite
Oh,
area.
Angela's back. Okay. Did you leave, Angela, or were you still here the whole time? Okay. I didn't. So
Oh,
Michael C's in Cavite.
yeah, he's in Cavite. Lives in
Which
Cavite.
part? Which part?
I
Where
think
are you
he's
at,
in
Michael?
Materis Tracy.
Oh,
Materis
Tracy
Tracy, I believe.
Martinez. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah,
He
I
went up
know
to
that
visit. He
area.
drove up to visit Ray up there to Gaitai
I,
the other
I
day.
know. Yeah, I know Tracy very well. I have. Yeah, I have. Yes, I know people there. I'll just put it that way. Yeah,
Yeah. I
Angela
never
knows.
lived there. I lived over in Bacoor City, but I've been through there a lot of times. I mean, I used to go that way. Uh, I used to drive that way all the
Oh,
time, but
okay,
and
so
all
you
over there.
figured it out, Jap? He says he's getting flagged again on comments. Internal error, it says
I
now.
didn't see
No,
it.
it says now I
Getting
know.
flagged again on comments internal error. It
Well, I
says
would
now
see
I
it.
know.
You
I
wouldn't
didn't
see
even
it,
see
Mike.
it.
Well, you wouldn't see it because I'm doing the
Oh,
live
you would
stream.
see it.
But I
Oh,
don't
the
see.
only way I
I
would
don't
see it
see.
if I was a moderator for your
Yeah,
channel. Then I
you
would
are
see it.
moder. You are a moderator.
Then I should see all his comments.
Yeah, I don't. I don't see anything that says you got flagged. But when I get to talking, I'm not seeing some of
Weird.
that.
No, nothing came up. I'm sitting here looking at the whole screen. Nothing came up. Weird.
Yeah, it's
Getting
strange.
flagged again on
Well, he
comments.
says now he says now he knows. Excuse me. Hey, Mike, can you carry the
Yeah,
stream for a bit? I'm gonna start
sure.
coughing. I gotta get something to drink.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't have my Filipino juice. Hold on.
Ah, you need that.
Yeah.
Michael C, did you stick around? Ah, nothing. Totally stupid. Oh, maybe you made a mistake when you entered a comment. I don't know. Anyway, we have to be careful because YouTube doesn't like some things that we say. They just go off on us. But anyway, it has been quite an interesting day today for us. Not moderators, glue tube. Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, we know who it is. Not a
Hold
problem.
on.
We didn't even see it.
Hold on.
It didn't pop
Hold
up.
on a
Usually they
second.
pop up. If they got you before you ever got to us. Yeah. Colonel's back. Doug's back.
I'm back.
He
I had
said,
to turn on my sensor again.
you got your juice again. What are you drinking? Tang?
That's
Pineapple
Filipino
Tang?
juice. That's Filipino juice. Come on. Some people call it
Pineapple?
tang.
What's the flavor? Pineapple?
Calamansi.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah.
Calamacy's good.
I mix calamansi with pomelo, but
Well,
this is
cal-
this is straight up calamansi.
calamancy. I have fresh calamancy here. You can make fresh juice. You don't have to buy that Tang crap.
Well,
No good for you.
that's fine, but I'm too lazy to do that. How many calamansis I got to put in my juice squeezer to get them?
Well,
You know.
I have housekeepers. They'll make whatever you ask them. Tomorrow morning,
Oh,
they're going to
okay.
make me fried potato. I'm going to have fried potato with egg and cheese, melted cheese.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Feeding my two daughters.
Oh, there you're back.
She'll cook it up for me tomorrow.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
audio was fine, Mike, but your picture froze. But now you're okay.
Okay.
And we could hear
No more
everything.
blur.
It's just you weren't you were talking, but your lips weren't moving. I thought you were Jeff Dunham there for a minute. But
Do you still watch TV, Doug?
no, I haven't watched TV in so long. No, the
Me
last
either.
the last I watched TV, actual real TV, was I had an Android box and I was streaming stuff, and that's how I kept up on some of the series that I liked from the US. But then
Yeah.
but then the system, or the what do you call it? The apps that I was using for the streaming, periodically they go away and you have to get new ones, if you know what I'm trying to say. And
Yeah.
my British friend was the one who set up the box for me. He gave me the box, and it was great. I could watch
Nice.
American football, live stream American football for free. Everything was for free. It was great. And
Wow. Nice.
but now it doesn't work anymore because it needs to be updated. And even though I've tried to update it, I can't get it to work like he did. He's an IT wizard, and he used to build computers and stuff. So I don't have that anymore. Now I can go on and it's a Samsung. No, I have a TCL TV. So I can get some television and stuff for free off of that as long as I have the
Yeah.
internet. But when I thought about moving and stuff, I had an issue with the Wi-Fi company here. Oh, here, that's a story. We'll talk about that for a minute. This Wi-Fi company, okay? I was paying for what I was getting a month was like 1,300 pesos. And I was like, I'm fine with that. And I was fine with the service. But then I went over there. I used to go each month. I would walk into a little office and hold on, let me adjust it. I would walk into the little office and I would take cash in there and pay because that's my preferred method. I went
Right.
in one day and they go, "Oh,
I'll
sir,
get you in a second, Jeff.
starting on such and such a date." Now go ahead. What's he saying?
He said he tried to mention Dazzle TV and he got flagged for it on YouTube.
Why?
I don't know. And they're live.
Because
So
I
we know
meant
they're live over there because they
because
went
I
live
meant
after we started our live. Dazzle TV went live. I don't
yeah,
know if it's Dazzle or if it's Gino. Maybe it's Dazzle.
I
'Cause,
mentioned Dazzle on here. It's a Gino and Dazzle. That's really
here's the way it
strange.
works. Here's the way it works, Doug. I'll tell you how it works. You when you're coming on like you and I are coming on in our live feed, you either go early morning and you catch the evening crowd in the US before they go to bed,
Yeah, I know
or you
that.
go late at night and you catch the early crowd as they wake up. That's why Gino's doing morning coffee and Dazzle's doing evening. So they can catch the crowd on each end of the American spectrum. So they
Yeah,
can
it's
get
great.
double the income coming in.
Yeah, it's great. It's
Yeah.
smart, and
That's
they have
very smart.
they're such nice people. My husband, to be honest, they're not a cantankerous, grumpy old man like I am. They're positive, energetic. His streams are they're great. I like to watch him just because he's so happy. And and I sit there and think about, man, I can't even pretend to be that happy, even though I might be
Yeah.
that happy, but I don't come across that I am. So, but anyway,
Right.
yeah, good people. And I forgot
It
what I
says
was
twice
talking
remove
about.
Raymond's comment.
Oh,
I guess Raymond made a comment. He said twice that removed Raymond's comment.
that's weird.
Huh.
What was I
Yeah,
talking
it's
about,
YouTube.
Mike?
You
God,
were
what I was
talking
talking.
about your TV box and your inability to access it now and watching TV on your TCL.
Yeah. Um, no, I was talking about the Wi-Fi company. Now I remember. And
Right. Yeah. You got to that.
I got some timers. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. But yeah, this Wi-Fi. So I went in there one day and they told me, "Oh, sir, starting on such and such a date, no more walk-in payments." So, excuse me? She goes, "Yeah, no more walk-in payments. You're going to have to pay us with Gcash." And I said, "Well, I don't have Gcash." "Well, sir, that's the only option right now." I said, "No, there's always an option." And she goes, "Well, that's the only option, sir. That's the only way you can do it." And I said, "Well, the other option is I can just get rid of it. I don't need it." And she thinks she got that indignant look like, "How dare you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't need your service. That's the other option." Well, that's up to
Yeah.
you, sir. So anyway, I left. And so I started paying with Gcash. I had somebody else paying it for me, somebody that's living in Tres Frontiers right now. And anyway, then they came out with it wasn't working. We couldn't make the payment. Like, what in the world's going on? So I went over there and they're like, "Oh yeah, Gcash kicked us out of their app, out of it. We can't use Gcash anymore because they had a problem with Gcash And when they rebooted it came back, they kicked certain companies out and we can't use them as a payment service anymore. I'm like, well,
Wow.
how am I supposed to pay you? You won't let me pay you here cash. I don't now we can't use Gcash. She told me, she goes, well, sir, you can go to the bank and you can pay at the bank. And then you bring us back the receipt here to show us that you paid. I said, I'm not doing all that. I said, why is the burden on me now when I can pay you
What
right here?
company was this, if you don't mind?
Kabayan's company here. It's local
Wow.
company. And I went with
Yeah, I've
them
never
because
heard of them.
I went with them because I heard they were better than Converge in this area. So anyway,
Wow.
um, excuse me. So anyway, I told him, I said, you know what? I'm just, I don't need that. I'm just going to get rid of it. And about that time, I started traveling. So I wasn't here anyway. And I've just never renewed it. So about a month or so ago, I was walking down the street and I just happened to be walking by their shop, their office. And I saw this lady walking back because you got to go around one building to get to their office. And she was clearly going in to pay her Kabayan bill. But it was lunchtime, so I knew it wasn't open because they're closed from like 12 to 1. And I asked her, I said, Mom, are you going to pay your Wi-Fi? She goes, yeah. And I said, oh, they let you pay that now? Oh, that's when you're in. I was trying to see if my phone was talking to me or not. And so she said, yeah, you can pay. I said, well, I was told that they stopped, you can do walk-in payments. She goes, well, I pay here. So they must have I think they lost a lot of business. So they started doing walk-in payments again, because I just, I'm
Could
going to be
be.
bothered. I'm going to be bothered. You want me to go pay at the bank and then bring a receipt back to you? Well, meanwhile, y'all are just sitting there at your desk doing who knows what, you know? And I
We're
understand
not
they wouldn't.
ignoring you, Jeff. I'm reading everything you say there, but just read about your complaint to Raymond, and complaint to Raymond was a joke, stupid. I don't know who you're calling stupid, but I read it. And then you say, at least it's flagging me now, had complex. Thought I was getting ignored. No, we didn't ignore you. We're just chatting and we're going to get to you. Uh, unless that was another channel. And Angela, she's throwing dynamite at you, Doug. So I don't know what that's all about.
I don't either. Oh, probably because I mentioned somebody in Trace Martires.
Could
Right,
be.
right. Is that why, Angela? I
Is
mentioned
Angela,
Cavite.
Angela, Angela, are you in love with Doug? I'll just ask you point blank.
Thanks, Mike.
Curious minds want to know. People on here want to know, Angela, on this site.
You notice I'm staying silent.
Job says, not you, Mike. GlueTube. Yeah. GlueTube is stupid.
Glue tube.
The way to
You can
refer
answer.
to him.
You can answer the question, Angela. It's okay. Tell us your real feelings.
I'm serious. I like to know. Curious
Actually,
minds want to know.
Actually, Mike, that's probably not a fair question because if she does and I'm leaving, then she's upset. So it's probably
Yeah.
not a good topic to bring up.
Yeah.
You know what
She
I'm
may not
saying?
even be in here anymore. She might have left. It's
All
okay,
right.
Angela. Thank you.
And
Disregard.
the other reason why it's not fair, Mike, is because she's not the only one watching this. Her whole family's probably watching this, and you just embarrassed her probably. So,
Oh man.
yeah. So
Sorry, Angela. Now
yeah,
she's laughing. She's still
she's
with us.
laughing. Angela,
I know the answer already.
That's one
I
thing
already
I
know the
like
answer.
about you. You have a good sense of humor, sweetheart.
I
Got a
know
good sense of
Filipino
humor.
ladies. I know what the answer is already.
Yeah.
So she laughed when you said she's probably her whole family's watching me embarrass her. So she's laughing. Oh, I
Yeah.
got you. It's okay,
And
Angela. It's all right.
well,
We know
because
human nature. It's
well,
okay.
because she told me the other night that she wasn't watching, her whole family was watching.
Ah,
So
he's on
hey,
Jobs asking Angela, are you his ex? Are you the ex of the colonel?
what?
No, she's not. He said, you the colonel's neither.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to change. We need to change the subject. So me doing,
Okay, we'll keep it a secret, Angela.
yeah,
Shh.
me
Job,
me doing.
shh.
Yeah. So maybe I don't know
She's
either.
a
But
neighbor.
I'm not
She's a
gonna do.
neighbor behind you that cooks the stinky fish, right?
She cleans my house. She cleans my house for me. And
Oh,
yeah, and they cook stinky fish too. It's a very large family, very friendly people. But her brother does karaoke sometimes, and it drives me bananas because he's got a couple friends
oh, you're
that.
not gonna like my parties then. We have some pretty crazy wild parties over here.
Yeah, but if I'm participating, I could probably tolerate it for a little bit so I can't hear anymore, or the tinnitus kicks in so bad. But I think no, sometimes I look at it this way.
She will, Jap, I
I
know.
I'm doing YouTube live streaming with you, and they all might be watching this. That's no different than me having to listen to their karaoke. So this is a fair trade, the way I look at
You
it.
know what I saw today? I was talking to Scuba Steve, right? To Steve over in
Yeah,
Marinduki. Anyway, I was chatting him and he showed me on Messenger. He's watching me sweep out the cement dust out of my garage today on his TV. I'm
that's
watching
funny.
TV. I'm watching his TV. So
That's
that's the
funny.
first time I watched TV in a long time. Was today when
Yeah.
I was watching it. He turned his camera, so I'm looking at his TV. And I said, "Oh, you're watching me clean my garage."
Well, yeah. Where is Steve? Steve's usually shows up in here. He must be working or something.
I didn't message him. You know what? I'm going to go message him. Tell him we're in here. And PK, I didn't message either one of them.
It's okay. We're down to three people, so it must be Angela, Jap, and you, somebody else, or you. I don't know how it works, but so we just must not be that interesting anymore. I still don't understand what they got you for with about Raymond. I don't understand. Huh. Or you said complain to Ray. Question. That's weird. I don't understand that. I think sometimes the Google, the bots, it's no different. I think they make mistakes sometimes. It's no different. Like if you're talking to text or whatever, or even on YouTube, if you're looking at I want to say text, but it's not text. When you're looking at the transcript of what you're saying, the transcript is not always correct. They don't always have the correct words there.
Hey, Steve, there
So
you are.
the three amigos. That's right, Jeff. The three amigos. Hey,
Steve's
Steve.
in the house.
We're up to four now. So Steve's the fourth wheel now. So we got a full car. We can cross the border now.
And Angela's asking Jap, why are you asking Jap if she's going to miss him when you move? Of course she will.
Yeah.
She cleans your house. She's going to miss you. She'll have to go clean the house for the next guy who moves in. This owner owns your house, right?
Angela and her family, her mom, they've been nothing but good to me. I get upset about the karaoke when they go too late because 10 p.m. is quiet hour here, and when they go past it, I get and because some of her brothers.
Hello, Steve.
They
Welcome,
can't sing.
Steve. Steve, you see our fish we caught tonight? I sent you the video. A lot of fish, huh? That was we sold over 10 kilos. We sold 6.5, 7, 8, 9. We have at least 10 that we sold, and there's probably another. I took home probably 2 kilos here. Those big fish I got, probably 2 kilos or a kilo and a half. And
Thank you, Angela.
He is my lovely friend. That's right. That's a good thing.
Why
We
you
all
doing
have
this?
good.
Why are you doing this?
We all have lovely friends.
Now she's a very good friend. When I go away, she watches my
Yeah.
house for me and makes sure nobody breaks in, checks on my stuff, and I really
Nice.
appreciate that.
I was going to build a
kid-
fish pond, Steve. I'll tell you what happened. We started building one up in the mountains on my father-in-law's property, on Ronnie's property. And I told him, let's build a Kauaian and mud dam. Let's keep it natural. Build a Kauaian and mud dam, and then we'll dig down in front of the dam to make it deeper, and we'll put that dirt on the dam. So we did that, and it was holding water. We had 3.5, 4 feet deep of water. Okay, and it's going to be seasonal. I knew that. Only in wintertime do we have a lot of water up the mountain, right? My father-in-law broke the dam, so his carabao farther down could get water. Instead of bringing the carabao up, he broke the dam. So then with the fish pond idea, I said, never again. And then I go back up there now, and where we put the Kauaian, it all started growing. Now we got huge Kauaian bushes there where the dam would have been. Many now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was there is a solution to that, but he still might not like that. And you could have put a culvert or a pipe in there with a door, a doorway, and just open it up and let water out as he needs it. But
Yep.
it
We
sounds to
could have
me
dammed
like
it.
that wouldn't be acceptable either, probably.
I had it designed for not only a dam door, but also an overflow over the top. So if the water
Okay.
got too much, it could go over the top of the dam through pipes. And it was all
Right.
going to be, it was going to be earthen to begin with. And then I was just going to coat it with cement, just to make it more cement over it, over that mud dam, just put a 3-inch layer of cement over it and that would protect it. But he didn't like it,
Yeah.
I guess. So I said,
Yeah.
never mind. It's
Hold,
not my land,
yeah. Hold on a second. We got something rare going on here, Michael. Uh, people are saying some nice things about me, so I got to read these. So
Oh, go ahead and read it. I read them already.
Angela says, "Okay, Jap, Colonel's very kind. Jap, yeah, he nice. Angelita, bet you miss
Angela.
him when he moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
We
she'll
started
miss
building
me.
this house.
I'll miss her too.
I started breaking ground on this house, Steve, back in 2013. Beginning of 2014, we were breaking ground on this house. And it took from 2013, all the way to 2020 to complete the house on the outside, with paint and everything, get done with it, ready for move in. And then we moved here March of 2020 and never left. We stayed here. We're not going to move again. We're done. This is our place to live. Colonel's got the dance thing going on, huh?
I just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I was
Where do
moving
you
to
go
wake up.
dancing
I'm
in
not sure.
Batangas? Where do you dance in
Yeah, just
Batangas? You
you know,
dance?
I've got a mixture of Thai. I don't know what. I don't know how to dance. I just move. Sometimes the spirit moves me, and I got to move. Why
Have you ever?
are your
He
neighbors
says,
being mean to you? And I guess that's for you, Mike. Why are your neighbors being mean to you?
which I don't think that was for me. Which neighbor? I have some good neighbors, but I have
Yeah,
some crazy
my
neighbors.
neighbors aren't mean
Oh,
to
maybe
me.
you're referring to my other lot down there where they diverted the water from the river coming down the hill. The guy actually dammed up the land. He put a big mound of dirt in front of his property and he
No, it's
pushed the
not my
water right
ex.
onto
What are you
my
talking about,
land.
Jeff?
So yeah,
It's not my.
he's
She's
trying to flood
not
my
my ex,
property
Jeff.
out. We're going to change that. If you saw the new retaining wall, I don't know if I posted, I made a video of that, but I have a new retaining wall going up. And then I'm going to do a box culvert. I'm going to break the sidewalk, the barangay sidewalk. I'm going to break it completely. Okay. I'm going to build a box culvert for water to go under the sidewalk. And then we're going to cement a nice 4-inch sidewalk over top of that box culvert, maybe 5 inches. We're going to make it nice and thick so no damage, so the water can flow. People can drive over it without driving through the muck and the mud. And I'm tired of driving through the muck and the mud too. And it's caused by all the dirt coming off the mountain right down through my property. Then the guy dammed it so it forces the mud over towards my property on the sidewalk, completely covers it. So we're done with that. I'm gonna clean it up. I'll be the one to clean it up. Charm and I will. Wow, what is that? Hello, Charm.
Hey, Charm. Boy, you know what? I just got to say, that's so much nicer to look at than the other person that was on the screen. I just, yeah, Mike, you can talk, Mike, but just let Charm stand there because I think that will help my channel. That'll help my channel a whole lot better. Yeah. Although it's frozen, it's it's
My
frozen,
lovely
Mike.
wife.
Oh, there now she's moving again. She was frozen on
Yeah.
the screen, Mike. It's a good thing her
Okay,
mouth
she's
was
okay
closed
now.
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody says hello, Charm.
yeah. Say hi to Charm. She's trying to help my channel out because she's much better looking than Michael is.
Yeah.
My gosh, maybe nobody watching.
You said that, not me. I would never say that to a Filipina lady. Never. because I know, Lord willing, I'm going to meet you in person someday, and I want to give myself at least a little bit of a chance that you're going to be nice to me, and that's not poisoning me while I'm there. Yeah, yeah.
You'll
I
be
already
okay.
have I got one Filipina lady that's in America right now that just hates my guts because she's married to one of my best friends, and oh, she can't stand me. She
No,
can't
she's
stand
coughing.
me.
She's eating
Yeah.
candy bar and she's choking on it.
Well,
Needs water.
it was frozen. The screen was frozen there for a little bit while we were
Sometimes it does
talking.
that. Yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
James and Karen. How
Hi,
are you?
James and Karen. Hey
Jap
guys.
was saying, Jap neighbor, I mean, yeah, the
Oh
neighbor,
yeah.
the neighbors were, Jap's house. Scuba is ex. No, Scuba's a guy. Scuba's married to Lenny. Scuba has a beautiful wife.
My ex. Yeah. Yeah.
Your ex. He doesn't date your ex. Lenny's your ex.
No.
Oh, I was
No,
gonna say, you know something I don't know.
no, I thought he was saying that was my ex. I'm like, no.
Steve says you better
And
bring some chocolate donuts.
yeah.
Hello,
James
James
and
and Karen.
Karen,
How are you
how are
guys?
you all doing tonight? Did the rain stop? I think it was raining their way earlier.
It was. It's
But
going there. Yeah.
yeah, Charm's blunt as usual.
Good morning, Vegas. Charm's getting
Hey,
water. She
Vegas.
swallowed the candy bar wrong. You ever do that when you get the juice of the candy bar?
But see,
Goes
look
down
at
your
that.
throat wrong?
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's bad when that happens. But look at that, Michael. See, Charm shows her face and then the channel comes alive.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
just comes alive. So thank you, Charm. You're working your charm on everybody. That's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, Vegas, you finally YouTube is fixed. Yeah, something screwy was going on with YouTube earlier. Yeah,
Jap says,
I
hello,
couldn't.
Charm is blunt as usual. Yep.
Yeah, I
She
read
says what's
that.
on
Yeah,
her
I
mind,
read that
guys.
earlier. I read
Charm
that.
says what's on her mind. She's not going to hold back. Good
Hey,
woman.
I appreciate that. If you say what's on your mind, then then we know what you're really thinking. Be real. Don't be fake.
Exactly.
I mean, half the stuff I say is probably wrong or the wrong way to say it, but there's not going to be any doubt on where I'm coming from. You're going to know you might not agree with me, but you're going to know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Where do I start preaching? There's going to be a lot of people be upset, but
Did you
anyway.
go to his channel and give him a thumbs up?
No, not yet.
Okay.
What his name?
The Colonel's Chronicles. Get your phone. I'll
But
show you.
she's
Get her to
already
give you another thumb up.
she subscribed already, but yeah.
No, I want her to give you a thumbs up tonight.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
My daughters are asleep. Otherwise, they would be doing the same. They're over here sleeping.
Oh yeah, they're on there too. I was just wondering if it stopped raining up there. James and Karen, I saw them earlier. It was pouring down rain. I love that sound. And they put
If
out
you
a
watch
nice.
you watch my fishing video, you will see the clouds heading to Panay Island. I even comment about it. Big
Yeah.
storm going over there. Huge.
Yeah. Hey,
They're going to be drenched.
video. They posted a video earlier too that he was showing his new bike that 150. What is it? XR
Yeah.
150. That's a nice looking little bike, man. I was looking at that, and they were showing it. They were test driving it and everything. And
Colonel's COLONEL.
I might look at that. I don't know.
CON.
Hey, James, you're still there, and you don't mind putting it down there because I didn't.
S.
You might have said it in the video, but how much did that run you?
S.
What's the average price for one of those bikes? I might get one
Like this. S apostrophe.
because it definitely has a lot more power than my little Yamaha that I got.
Chronicles.
Because it's only 115 cc's. But that 150, it's not a bad looking bike. I just think it's going to be more than I want to spend probably because it would be a second bike.
You already subscribed, but you're just going to go in here. He's
I don't
live.
know.
Okay. You got another thumbs up from Charm. Great.
Thank you. But that pork I ate earlier is not agreeing with me. Whew.
Yeah, he paid $98,000 for the bike. It was listed at $101,600, and they gave him a discount on it. And they gave him the cheap ass motor trade helmets that are no good. So plan on using your discount if you buy it for buying a good helmet. So that
And
piece
I
of
have
crap they give you.
well, they always give you a piece of crap that when I bought, I have my own helmet anyway, but
There
the
you go.
helmet they gave me when Neymar, when I bought from the Yamaha, and
Yeah.
it had all their little advertisements, all it was a white helmet, and it's a nice
Oh,
helmet. They had all their little cartoons and stuff all over it. And I said, man, you're giving me I probably can't say that word on here, but I was like, giving me the gay helmet, man. Come on now. And they're like, well, that's what we have. I said, it's just advertisement. So I wore it. I wore it back because I didn't carry my helmet up there, and but I haven't worn it since. I haven't
yeah.
worn that helmet since. It's got yellow cartoons, and I was just like, come on now. But yeah,
Yep. Says
ninety
thanks,
eight
Mike.
thousand.
Explain what
He
I
got it
mean.
for 98,000 cash price, probably. That's not bad. That's not
Yeah.
bad at all. I
Vegas, I
might
don't know what
look at
was
that.
going on this morning because
Look
James
at that.
was complaining and Gino got kicked off his channel on YouTube. I was live very early, before 6 a.m. I was doing it, just do a quick live of the sunrise to get off before Gino came on with his coffee. And then Gino never, I guess he came on, got kicked off by YouTube. James tried to get on, couldn't get on. I went on YouTube, boom, let me right on. So I don't know what was going on with the channel or with those guys or YouTube, whatever, but it let me right on. I ended up staying live. I ended up staying on, excuse me, for about 2 hours. I even had a guy named Rick came on, Rick M came on. He said, I don't know whether he was complaining or he made the comment about, oh, you're always live. You're always on YouTube.
Yeah. Always put the
Just,
Philippine in the thumbnail clickbait.
yeah,
I'll try to remember that.
yeah, it works. But I don't like using clickbait. That's why I just use
Oh, yeah.
my boat or the sunshine or, the
Yeah.
sunset or sunrise or something kind of cool looking like a lightning bolt.
Yeah. I don't mind trying to come up with a catchy phrase, but I don't want to do clickbait, you
Yeah.
know.
People will stop liking your channel if you don't talk about what your picture is. Then they're gonna
Yeah.
not like your channel anymore. They're gonna stop liking you. They're gonna move on. Keep it real,
Yeah.
and people will continue to like your channel. That's how I look at it. And I think I think people like our channel. They like the fact that we get on together, we
Yeah.
hold a conversation, we involve everybody, we get them into the conversation. So it ends up being a fun time. You're on here, time just flies by. You don't even know what time is going. We've been on here over an hour already, hour and 15 minutes. It feels like we
Yeah.
just got on here 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The time flies when you're having fun. And even my
Mm.
channel, once I get through making all
This
the
is your
videos
channel.
about my life, because that's why I started it. I want to tell my story about how
Right.
why I'm as messed up in the head as I am. And once I get with that, then I'll branch out and do other things. And I'm trying to do short video. Like today, I went to Candelaria. I said Candelaria, but it's Candelaria. I went there
Right.
today to Walter Martin, posted a little short video about there, and I almost got myself in trouble because I wanted to show the fresh meat prices out at the little stand outside the supermarket. And I asked the lady politely, and she's like, no, you're not allowed to do that. Oh, okay. That's why I'm asking. Don't get any
I saw
feelings.
James
That's
do
why
the
I'm
fall
asking.
over on the stoop of his house. He was walking in his house like he's watching his cell phone and trips
Yeah.
and falls. And it's obvious. He looks at the camera, he looks at where he's going to fall, and then he does the trip and fall. It's so funny. I rolled it on the floor. That, if that isn't staged, what is?
Well,
James.
you preface by saying that a day in the life of a YouTube vlogger
Yeah.
or a day in the life of a content creator.
Yeah. Yeah. Job
Yeah.
says he's your
Not
troll, Colonel.
Colonel M, your troll. That's okay. What color's your hair? Is it purple or is it orange? You can be a troll all
Uh,
you want.
he's brown headed. He has a beautiful lady next to him wearing a white dress. He's wearing all white and looks like he's in I can't tell what's on his picture. I have to go look for
Yeah,
that picture.
yeah, that's why James is laughing. That's funny.
Yeah, he's laughing.
Yeah,
It was all
James. Well,
staged. Everybody
yes,
knew it,
James.
including
No
James.
more fake falling over. Too obvious. LOL. That's funny.
Yeah. And Karen knew it too. She was filming him. She was the one recording him.
Yeah, that's
Could have got
funny.
hurt though. He could have fallen wrong, and that wouldn't even have been funny. That
Well,
wouldn't have gone too well.
I think somebody was busting on James earlier about uh some guy, some jerk was on there talking about him falling. Yeah, James, it was when you were talking about that guy that was criticizing everything, and he was telling James, "Yeah, you stop falling when you're walking in the river, the creek, or whatever." I'm just like, really?
Huh?
Come on, man, go get a life. But people can say whatever they want on my channel. We'll shut them down eventually. But hey, keep commenting. That helps the algorithm as far as I'm concerned. Keep
It does.
commenting. Say whatever you want.
Angela's talking to
You
you now.
vlog. Haha, so be careful when you vlog or you might get caught. Yeah, I know, Angela, and that's the story of my life. You know, be sure your sins will find you out. And what can I say? There might something come out of my mouth and be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but oh well.
Oh, I
I'm
think I
I'm
read
all,
that, James. I read that conversation that you guys had with Maxena because I'm the moderator in that group, and Maxena sent it over to me and asked me, Mike, what do you think about this interaction? He sent it to me on Messenger. I've got it on my phone too. I saw that.
okay.
I read that. Colonel, are you part of our group there? Conservative
Which
patriot expats and
Yeah, I'm in
Pinays,
there.
Pinays living in the
Yeah,
Philippines? Okay.
I'm in the conservative expats one. You put me in that one. But
Yeah, that's
honestly,
the one I put you in. Yeah.
I, I don't do a lot on Facebook, to be honest with you. I generally don't even like to look at Facebook, but I've been going over there because people, James and Karen are posting over there. You're posting it, so I go over there and see that. But normally, I don't like looking at Facebook. It's just kind of annoying to me. And I've always tried to stay off of it because of my job before.
Yeah.
But let's
They were
see.
talking
Sugar
about they were
Steve, I'm
talking
trying
about
to
Candace
pass some
Owens.
information about the
The
YouTube. What
you go
about her?
in, that's who they were discussing. Candace Owens.
I don't have a problem with Candace Owens.
I don't
But
follow her either. But that's
no,
what
I
was
mean,
happening. The
I don't have a
conversation
problem.
today that
I don't have a
James
problem
and
with her.
Maxena and everybody were involved in was dealing with Candace Owens. I don't follow her. I
Okay.
don't ever watch her anymore. I used to watch her a little bit, and she's quite a smart lady, very
She's
smart
changed.
lady.
But I used to watch her a lot, and I really thought she was going places. But she's kind of changed her stance on, or she's gotten in at odds with certain people, and I haven't been watching lately. But I knew for a while there was a little bit of some tension between her and other people that she was like really friends with before, had good relationships with, and
Yeah,
she kind of changed her stance on a few things.
she changed her
But
stance on the president of the United States. That was the biggie.
yeah,
Started
yeah, that's
criticizing
right.
him heavily. That's what
Yeah, that's
happened.
right. That's right, James. James said that. Yeah, I said sorry for your Curl loss because he figured he voted for Kamala, and that guy he went off, man. He went off on a tangent about everything. I was just like, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
had a guy today, James. There was a guy. You read my post about watch your tools. Just a positive post. Like, guys, don't expect your tools to come back the same way you loan them out. Or get them back at all. Because some guys will put the tape measure on their side. They'll go home, and your tape measure's gone. You ask them for it. I don't know. They don't come back with it the next day. It's gone. So I just made a simple post like that, right? And the whole gist of the whole post, it because I'm trying to build conversation in the channel, in the Patriot Conservative group. Nobody chats in that group. I said, I got something. Let's get people moving here. So I posted that, okay, just to move people's minds and have people start talking. And I got how many comments about it? It started going crazy. Everybody started yuck, yuck, yuck. Some guys calling me negative. I had a bad day. And a guy named Walt, he was all over me. And I told him, I don't have to explain myself to you. I did it on purpose to generate conversation in our chat room because nobody talks about the Philippines or anything anymore. All they talk about is politics in the US. And frankly, Maxena owns the channel and I moderate for him. We're tired of admitting, just giving all the guys that have these political memes and posts. We're both tired of it because it's a Filipino channel. It's supposed to be positive conservative expats and Pinoys living in the Philippines. It's supposed to be about the Philippines, not about US politics. So we're trying to run that out. And now I talked to Max Sena tonight, and very few posts from now on of political nature will be included. People like JRS and other groups that are looking for homes to solicit for the people are going to be out. It's not for people for soliciting for business. That's not what that site is all about. So I talked to Max Sena, and we're going to change the channel back and redirect it towards living in the Philippines, what we want it to be.
But get this, Mike, back to James and Karen there. You know, the guy was saying I'm arrogant for reviewing the bike. Now I watched that video. I don't know where he gets that at all. I didn't get that take at all from the video that they did. He was just showing the bike and its capabilities and whether it could handle the terrain and everything. There wasn't anything arrogant about that at all. You know,
and talking about the specs of the bike.
James
that was
is not
dub
paying.
over.
James is not paying me to say this. You know, that's just my personal observation. Although James, if you want me to, you know, if you want to pay me for saying nice things about you, you know, like we can talk later. Nah,
What is Jap saying? You
money.
need. Josh said. Jap said you need something to build your trust to build your channel. What do you mean, Jap? I think they misspelled the word for you.
The bros.
When I spelled it properly, it got flagged. You need trees.
Hey, Jab, you just being here is enough
Put
for me
one
to
word.
build my channel.
Jap, put the one word by itself. Post it by itself. Let's see if it pops or gets flagged.
Got bros? It's supposed to be bros, maybe? When I spell it properly, it got flagged. YouTube,
Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it starts with a B. Okay. We'll assume it starts with that letter. Okay. Yeah, you do. You need help. Everyone needs help to grow their channel, to build their channel. We're all, you need trolls.
And quite honestly, I may come across arrogant, but I'm not. Trolls.
I like the trolls too, Jeff. I like to let them talk. They come in with this stupid crap. You know, like the one will say, he comes in, he pops in the room, Palestine or Israel.
Yeah.
That's all he put. He's looking for a response. And then you tell him, I just want world peace. And he goes, I'm from Israel. Well, I probably could have guessed that, but I don't want to get into it with you because that's not what my channel's about. So he's trying to get something rolling.
If you'd gone the other way, he would have said, I'm from Palestine. So, you know.
Yeah, he's trying to start controversy in the chat to disrupt the chat. He's a troll. You know that. So you either continue it and get a few chats out of the guy, which helps your logarithm, or you just go kaput, goodbye, and he's gone that quick.
It's just like our Allah Akbar guy from the yesterday or the day before. Yeah, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
I knew what he was. As soon as he put that, I knew where he was going with it. You know.
Well, we kept him engaged, and he kept talking, and he built your chats up. You probably got 10 chats out of the guy or more.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. You know, that's good. So some people sit here with no chats. It shows we have 5 people in the room and 8 likes. But you know, today when I got off my live feed this morning, it said views 250, likes 9.
Yeah.
Subscriptions 1. 250 viewers. I got 1 subscriber, and I had 9 thumbs ups out of 250 people. So that kind of gives you what the ratio is, 10 to 1, you know, 25 to 1.
Those are my stats too, Mike. It's all good. I'll get 1 subscriber, 2 likes, and 250 views, you know, or whatever. It cracks me up.
Steve says mine shows 5 of 9. Yeah. 5 of 9. Mine shows 5 of 8 right now. I'm not sure why. This always seems to lag a little bit.
I got 5 and 8 on mine too.
James and Karen says, I'm getting a lot of weird ones. Yeah, you do. Well, sometimes you get weird ones, you know?
Yeah, well, I think as your channel continues to grow and gets bigger and bigger, James, that's inevitable. And it's just going to happen. And
well, Doug, here's how you can do it. Here's the better way for you to grow faster. The way for you to grow faster and to get up to your 500 quicker is if you and James can collaborate. James has a lot of viewers. Gino, you collaborate with guys with a lot of viewers who are getting
Yeah.
60, 70, 80 people in the
Yeah,
chat room at a time. And then
yeah, well, I'm not.
he pins
Yeah,
your
but
channel.
yeah, they both. I don't try to intrude on other people, like especially those guys, because
Of
Gino
course.
on Doubt, they support me, and James
Yeah.
and Karen definitely support me. And I've talked to James, even offline and whatnot. Good people, and I think he knows who I am and what I'm all about too. And
Yeah.
so, but I don't like to push myself on other people when they have time to do it and they want to do something like that and they ask me, more than happy to do it. But I'm not that concerned. Yes, I would like to see the channel grow because I want to put my message out there to people. I want to tell my story and whatnot. But then I ask myself, I have my own reasons for doing it. It's not about my ego. I just have personal reasons for why I want to tell my story. But I don't want to push myself on other people. If it helps their channel to bring me on and talk about whatever, hey, I'll be more than happy to do that. But they do enough for me as it is, and so I don't like to push it. But I appreciate all the support. And I was going to say that earlier that I may come across as arrogant sometimes, but I'm really not. And even through all this, I want to stay humble, and I can come across as arrogant, but it's just me getting away from being so introverted and being a little more extroverted because I know I can get up in front of people and I can talk and I can do all that, but I just don't do it anymore. I used
Yeah.
to do it a lot. I was required to do it, but I don't do it as much. So this allows me an
Well, James is
avenue
saying,
to,
James
to be
says,
able to
come
get
here
up
and
and
make a
talk.
video. He says, come here,
What's
make a
that?
video, and he'll link it to his channel. And then his people can go over and watch your video, and his people will subscribe to you. That's another
Well,
good way to get more subscriptions.
well, and James, I'm coming there eventually. Just like I told Mike, I'm going to his place, and when I'm up there visiting with you, James, you and Karen, and yeah, we'll definitely do something. You know,
Definitely. That's good. I
yeah.
realized that I made a
But I
video
really
with
just want to make.
James.
I just want to make a friend. Really,
Yeah.
and I talked to James and them when I was at the Beaver for that party, which is something I don't usually go to, but I went because I wanted to meet some new people and make
Yeah.
some new friends over here. And just the one conversation I had with James and I met Karen, I was just like, that's a good dude right there.
Yeah.
He's just a good guy to talk to. And he and I agree on most things. He has a lot more knowledge about farming and the politics that were involved with that and what happened in the U.S. than I do because it was just not something I was ever concerned about. I'm aware of a little bit, but I don't have the knowledge he does.
Yeah.
But I have knowledge in other areas. But our politics and belief system, even though I'm not Catholic, we still believe in God and we're still Christians. So he and I have a lot in common, and we could talk. So it was a nice for me an
I'm gonna
instant connection there.
what I realize also is I never made a solar video for my channel. I got to make one for my channel. I never
Yeah,
made one.
well,
I only made one for James's channel.
wait, you did one when James and Cam were there, didn't you?
I did it with James and Karen on their channel.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't post one on my channel.
Oh, that's right. It was their channel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
you should.
realized that. I probably got mega
Okay,
views on something like that.
can I
I
make a
didn't do it yet.
suggestion? Can I ask? I have a request about it. When you
Okay.
do that, okay, uh, don't make it super long and do it for dumb people like me.
Okay. We can do it. I'm going to do
Because
several systems
we
like we
all
did
know
with
you're
James. I'm going to do the cheap system.
well,
I'm going to do the normal
well,
good system. Yeah, I'll do it.
yeah, I was at the party there, Scuba Steve, but I was the bald-headed little fat dude there. But yeah, when you do that, Mike, for those that are, do it like you're doing solar system for dummies,
No, no problem.
and remember,
Maybe
not
that's
all
the
of us.
name of my channel. I'll
We
rename it
can't all.
that. Solar System for Dummies.
Yeah, just remember, we can't all take apart a submarine and put it back together like you can.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you
we'll
know,
do it real basic. Really
yeah.
basic.
Oh, the
Yeah,
party
that'd be
there at
good.
Canadian Beavers, Steve. I thought that's what you were talking about. No, I wasn't
Yeah.
at any of the parties at Michael's house. I haven't been to his house yet, but Lord willing, that's going to happen. I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to go over there, and I'd love to go out in a fishing boat, but I don't think I can do that. If they can guarantee me that the seas will stay calm, I'll go out there and I'll watch them pull some fish in. And
I'll try to find a
the
day
best
when we
thing
can do it.
the best thing I can do on one of your fishing boats, Mike, to be honest, is be the ballast. Just put me where you need some extra weight, and that's probably the best thing for me. Who knows?
No
I may
problem.
not even be able to get on and off of with my arthritis anymore because I have trouble with the
James,
knee.
I will do the budget system. I'll do a lead acid battery system, a budget lithium, lead acid battery system, and I will
Hey,
do
Janet.
the big system. Yeah, I'll do everything. I'll do 3 videos on it, and I plan to make them basic so everybody can understand exactly what's happening, and I'll be
I'll
in
I'll
great
be the judge
detail
of
for
that.
people to understand it.
I'll be the judge of that. If
Yeah,
I
I
can
don't want to get too
understand it,
deep into it.
if I can understand it, anybody can understand. If I
Yeah, and I
can't,
will hashtag them.
hi Janet.
Janet says, "Hey, Colonel."
Yeah, I was waving at her. Yeah, I saw her message up there. She came in the house. But
Yep.
thank you, Janet. I hope you're doing okay this morning. Evening here, but morning for you, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
Let's see if I missed anything.
I agree with James. Yeah, excellent.
Steve is
Hashtag all
asking
those.
you. Steve was at the party, Doug. Scuba
Yeah, I
Steve
told
was
him
at
I
the
was there.
party. He said, "Did he meet you?" He said, "Did I meet you?"
What? No, but no, he said, Doug, you was at the party. Then he says, what party?
And then he says, "Did I meet you?" After James and Karen said I should do 2 solar videos.
I don't
Steve says,
know.
"Did I meet you?"
I don't know, Steve. I'm kind of hard to forget with my ugly mug. I might have met you. I don't know. I wasn't really. I got in a conversation
Morning,
with.
Janet.
I got in a conversation with a couple people, and I was kind of tied up the whole time. And I kind of tied James up for a while too. I felt bad about that. I know I met Frank or Frank and Fell. I met James and Karen. Um, Met another guy, but I kind of upset him, and he kind of walked away. I think because I accidentally, because I talked too much. I think he was trying to talk to James, and I interjected something, and then the conversation went my way, and I think he felt left out. So I apologize. I hope that wasn't you. And but yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I tried to
Deb
apologize,
says,
but
"Mike."
I walked away, man.
Deb says you can make electricity from your mule bottles. Yeah, I got enough of them. I got to figure out a way to do that. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, what's going on here? Uh, Hold on.
Steve says, "No." Janet says, "Hi, Steve. Hi, Vegas. Casino break." And then she
Yeah,
says, "Vegas, how's your family?"
hey, Mikey said, make sure the price is in the videos too,
Yeah,
or there in the
we'll
title.
yeah, we will definitely put the prices because
Oh, when you do
people are
the
very,
budget
very
version and
curious about it.
the budget
Well,
version and the full,
yeah,
the
it'll
Cadillac
be there.
version.
It'll be there. I'll do several systems because not everybody needs a 12,000 watt system. Okay, I'm looking at the future
Get
where
her
I may
done.
need it,
Hey,
but I'm not.
I think the more wattage, the merrier, but I can't afford that big system.
Right.
I like to
So
have it.
I'm going to do a
Well, I have,
system. I'll do a 12 kW, 8 kW, 6 kW, 3 kW, like that. Even a small 1500 watt, just so that people that have a range of price, they'll be able to understand that here, I'll just lay it out. Here's the prices,
oh,
and I'll
okay.
put it on my screen.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is screenshot it and you'll have all the pricing right in front of you. I'll leave it there for a while. Give people an
Well,
opportunity to screenshot it.
I need enough power to run my stationary wood planer.
Right.
Steve cleared it up for you. Laura's birthday party. No, I didn't make that party, Steve. I was too busy here. I couldn't. I was at the anniversary party. I'd been to the Canadian Beaver several times before that, but when uh, he said that Micah said he had mentioned about an anniversary party. I'm like, I'll come back for that, and I
Were
went back
you
for that.
going from Batangas all the way to Panay
Ro-
to the
Ross
party?
City. Yeah, yeah.
You were
But
flying, or how did you go?
flying.
Boat?
No, I fly.
Flying.
I always fly. Yeah. The only time I've taken a ferry boat here was from Batangas City to Porto Galera, Mindoro. But
So
yeah, I usually fly.
Candelaria, back to your Candelaria today, your trip.
Yeah.
Candelaria is not far from Lucena.
No, and
Very,
it's not far from me either.
yeah,
Lucena
very
and
close.
Candelaria are both very close to me.
because I have an uncle that lives right over there near Candelaria. That's where I
Okay.
picked up a lot of my trees that I brought back here. The calamansi, grafted calamansi trees, rambutan, the red guava that I brought back. I picked up a lot of trees from there. And then I
Do you
found
have
out
any
the hard
more?
way, you're not allowed
Do you
to
have any more?
transport trees
Oh, really?
island
I didn't know
to
that.
island to island, not without
I,
a permit. You need a special permit. And the
okay.
guy who sold me the plants didn't say anything. And
No, he's not going to.
when I got to the ferry, the quarantine guy came walking up. He wants to see what's in our truck. I had a tarpaulin over my truck. He wanted to see what we were carrying, transporting. The quarantine guy to make sure we weren't violating any quarantine laws. And I opened the truck. I wasn't thinking nothing about plants, not able to transport them to island. And I opened it up, gladly showing him, not trying to hide anything from him. And he looked, he says, "Sir, you cannot take those plants without a permit." I said, "I didn't know I needed one." I pled ignorant. I didn't know. And he says, and then he told me a little bit, why they didn't allow it. And he says, I'll be back later. And he left. And then he never came back later. The same
Yeah, I remember you
situation
telling. Yeah, I remember you
with
telling
my
me that
cat.
story.
I
Yeah.
was carrying my cat in the pink cage. I was carrying my mixed Persian and Maine Coon cat, Tiger, with me. Just a baby, right? I was carrying him in the cage. And a little pink cage that my distributor gave me with his cat in it, right? So the guy stopped me. He says, "Oh, sir, you cannot. You have papers on your cat?" I said, "No, I didn't know a cat needed papers. No, you can't bring him on the ferry unless you have papers. But I'll be back in a little while, sir. Bye bye." Put it back in the truck and off we went.
Hey,
The guy never came back.
hey, I'm not going to criticize or fault them. They did their job. They
Yeah,
informed you that you couldn't do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he left, and he
Yeah.
didn't care that I got on the ferry, or he would have come back and told me, "Hey, we have to take your cat, or we have to take your
Well,
plants." Because I
that's
asked him
because he
straight up, "You
forgot
want me
to.
to remove the plants?" He said, "No, no, no. I'll be back later."
Oh, oh, you did ask him. Okay.
Yeah. And I told him, I said, "If I can't take my cat," I said, "I can leave it right here with you." And he says,
He
"I'll
doesn't
be
like
back
that.
later." He didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'll be back later. And he never
He
came
didn't
back
want
on
that.
purpose. No, you don't want no
Yeah.
cat. You want to deal with it.
No.
He just wants me to get
Yeah.
the hell out of there.
You were creating work for him. So yeah. Yeah.
So sometimes you can
Let's
get away
see.
with things that you think you can't get away with, but you can get away with it. Even if you're
Oops.
ignorant, you don't know what's going on. You can get away
Yeah.
with it.
Vegas
Uh,
will. Baby's 20 months and 4 months now.
I will Vegas. I'll make sure the price is in the title for everything. In the
Put
title,
them in
I
the
don't think
beach, collect
maybe
sunlight.
we can do something. We can say budget solar system under so many pesos, like that in the Philippines. And I'll have a price there so people, oh, I can get it for that cheap. Then they'll come in and watch your video. Yeah, that's a great
Yeah,
idea, Vegas.
yeah. Janice says, why do they make bottle trees? I
I
don't
think
know.
that's a bot.
So they can grow bottles. Oh, it's
No, no,
Jen.
no. That's the mule tree. They want me to tie the mule. They want me to grow a mule tree and
Oh
a
yeah,
red horse tree. I got lots
yeah.
of
That was the
trees,
one
but I
I
don't have
said.
a
If
red
you,
horse. I don't have a mule tree, but I'm gonna have one for
yeah,
Christmas, guys. I promise you, I'm gonna have a mule tree for Christmas. I
yeah.
got a
There you
nice
go.
big fir tree in the front yard, and it's gonna be full of mules for Christmas.
Now, am I allowed to bring a case of mule for you over on the ferry? Are you allowed to do
Sure
that?
you can. Sure you can.
Okay.
It's heavy. No
I,
need.
I'll
No
be the
need.
one that they stop. And
No,
Janice said, Colonel, I'm osteoarthritis as well. Jan, I know all about that. Yeah, my knees speak to me every day. Let's see,
yeah,
Vegas will, especially in Luzon, the electricity is expensive.
yeah,
Yeah, it's been
it
expensive
is.
here where I live, and then it went back down again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it went up. Jeff says, hi, Janet. Hi, Jeff. I was there only once. Dazzle TV is live now. Yeah, they've been live for a while, Steve.
Wow. Baby is 20
Once
months
is
and four
all it
months now.
takes. Yeah.
Put them in the beach, collect sunlight.
You know how babies happen, right? That's all I'll just leave that alone. But if you don't want to have babies, you got to not do one thing.
Yeah, Dazzle TV's been live now for probably an hour and a half. He came on right after we came on. I didn't know he was doing nighttime shows, but he's on. They're on.
Yeah. Well, we've been on just over an hour and 45 minutes, hour 46 minutes. I think we're going to shut it down.
Yeah.
I feel like we must have talked about a lot, but I don't feel like we've been on here like 10 minutes. But
I can have.
yeah.
Went
But
really
listen, I
quick.
want to thank everybody. We got 10 likes out of that. There's 8 people still with us. I want to thank everybody for coming on to the Colonel's Chronicles live stream with Michael Lee White, genius extraordinaire. And
Thanks for having me.
I might hop over and see what's happening over there on Dazzle TV and say hello
Dazzle's
to Gino.
live, not Gino, he said. Dazzle's the one live.
Oh, is it Dazzle? Well, I'll go
Yeah.
say hello to Dazzle anyway. I've never
Yeah.
done that before.
I'm gonna jump
I'll
over
do
there and tell
that.
Charm to go subscribe to her channel too. Charm could probably listen to Dazzle and figure out a way that she can get more involved in our channel.
Well,
good.
is she's on the Dazzle TV channel or is she doing a different one?
I don't
Because
know.
Gino's it's Dazzle TV.
No,
so
it's
is she
Dazzle
just-
TV. It's
Okay,
Dazzle
okay,
TV.
so
I saw it.
okay, no, I'm already subscribed. I didn't know she was doing a separate channel.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I
everybody.
think it's the same one. Okay,
I'm
take care, guys.
I'm gonna shut this down. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Take care.
Yeah.
Colonel's
We
out.
love you guys. Thanks for coming in and watching us. Thanks for
Appreciate it.
subscribing to the Colonel's channel too. Thank you guys.
Yep. Appreciate
now.
you.